La 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 la. La, la, la. Yo. All right. All right. So as I was saying, let's continue on with my spiel, if you will. First of all, don't make me your competition because you will never be this good looking. That's right. None of you, you will never look the way that I look. For when I look in the mirror, I say, who is the fairest of them all? And the mirror looks back and smiles and says, you are. That's right, the Batman. So, like I said, don't make me your competition. I am not your competition. No, no, no. You are not on my level. You are not on our level. Okay. Like I said, Christina is the best, hands down, in every category, in every way. There is no competition. When you're just great, you don't have to compete. That's the truth. But like I said, people out there in the world, don't make me your competition. Believe me, you will be sadly disappointed. And again, it has nothing to do with money, especially at any given said so time. What does that have to do with anything? What does now have to do with anything when we've got all of this past money that you all don't want to acknowledge? I mean, you got to talk about that first, like I told you. I told these people this already. Like, no, bro, you have to tally up every little red cent I have made and spent more than your entire government. Don't talk to me about money, boy. You understand? You're an adult. Grow up. Feel me? But back to what I was saying. First of all, Christina said the truth. We don't compete. We don't need to compete. You understand? That's number one, right? And she just backs me in everything that I want to do and everything I do. And let me run you by some of my ideas. Like I said, we were talking yesterday. Have you seen that actual cave, honey, in the movie? I mean, I'm just saying it's beautiful. I mean, what if we made that like our pool or something, or like it could be part of like one of our homes? I think we're going to have multiple homes. I mean, you got to understand, once I get a little bit of budget and some money to work with, especially if it's a lot, like I said, I'm a genius. I'm a master at building businesses, and I can build these businesses for pretty much free, for cheap, okay, for us. And we're going to be building businesses together. We're going to have so much rolling. It's unbelievable. I mean, we're always going to have something to do. We're going to have multiple homes. Okay. I'm talking like several estates all over this country and maybe even the world. Okay. So it's just going to be about like where we decide to be. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're going to start slowly and progress into everything, but I know exactly what I'm doing this time around, just in life. So yeah, like I said, I was just addressing the fact that people, they say lies and then I don't see what the purpose is. There's no purpose because it's not going to change anything. It's not going to gain anything. But that's all they know how to do is deny reality to try to make themselves feel comfortable. Listen, you can get a group of 8 million people. Look at the world. There's 8 billion people. Most of them are delusional. I mean, you can get as many people as you want, which you don't have, but you can get as many people as you want to deny all of reality, right? And tell yourself what feels better. But like I said, I'm a worldwide established musician and artist. I'm a rapper. I'm a rap artist. I'm the CEO of my own major record label, Cashless Bang. We outdid every major label financially. You're not talking about any of these facts. You're not talking about the fact that no, I still own my Porsche, didn't lose anything, right? And what I went through was absolutely complete unfairness and completely ridiculous and complete corruption. So for me to come out of that and still be a boss and still have everything, I mean, I won. I didn't lose. So what are you talking about? So no, I didn't fall off, but you all fell off. I mean, Yella Beezy fell off. I mean, Kobe Bryant fell off. I mean, Michael Jordan fell off. I mean, but you couldn't really fall off because you never really had a real career to begin with. P. Diddy fell off. Jay-Z fell off. See, you don't want to say the truth about you. So no, I'm not anything. I addressed you people and told you reality and you can't handle it. Okay? I mean, it's ridiculous, man. You got one dude, he's got Caribbean in his name, and he ain't even from the Caribbean. This ain't Pirates of the Caribbean, so just scram and get out of here, son. All right? Dang, son, where'd you find this? You could just go ahead and scram. And then the other one is Sinister Truck Driver, I call him, right? What kind of name is Sinister Saul? Like, what the hell does that even mean? I mean, right there, that name says it all. I mean, what the hell? Like, I wouldn't let you anywhere near my food. Sinister salt. Like, what's sinister about the salt? Like, what kind of nonsense is this? Sinister truck driver. That's your name. You know, sinister lizard, right? Because you be in the lot all day, in the truck lot, sitting there mad as hell at the world. Yeah, Sneed's pretty, blah, blah, blah. Who asked you for your opinion? I don't know you. How are you going to speak on me? You don't know what I am. You don't have the heart to drive that truck down here, down yonder, and see me, do you, boy? So what are you talking about? I ain't never seen you. What are you saying? Like what? I'm something, I'm this, I'm that. But you all say the same thing. All y'all got all this money and bread, right? But you don't own anything and you don't have any money. So why do you come online and say that? I'm just saying if we're going to talk, let's talk facts. I mean, that Caribbean dude troll, I mean, he's never had anything. He'll always be poor, right? So, I mean, I'm not really interested in the opinion of poor people about my rich life. You get what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the truth. You know, I got things I own, bro, cost $4,000. I mean, I came out my pocket with $4,000 cash. That ain't nothing. You know, y'all make up digits and I make real money. I mean, how are we the same? You know, they're a joke, bro. Nobody takes you seriously, man. Like I said, it's just like Mano told Hassan Campbell. You ain't even built like that to be talking to me any type of way. Like, miss me with all that. Mano told Hassan the same thing. He said, I don't want none of that with you, right? But Hassan, he said the truth. Like, he's all up in his ego, like a female, like a girl, right? And Hassan wants to convince himself he's somebody, and he's mad corny, and everybody knows it. There's nobody in the world that thinks Hassan Campbell's a cool guy. So if y'all's cult leaders are not looked at in society or respected as anything and anybody and they're complete failures, how are you going to comment on me? That's backwards. It doesn't make sense, right? Like I said, I don't care what you say, man. When have you had a voice? Who told you you were king or had a voice? Because they lied. Who told you you even got a voice or a seat at this table, boy? You don't even got an opinion to give. Feel that? That's what time it is. I ain't hearing nothing you talking about. All right? Honey, keep typing if you can. I'm going to try to scroll back and forth because it's not showing me. Hold on, let me check. It is hot as hell. The phone is hot because it's hot. Phone is playing games. But she hasn't said anything right now, but I'm sure she's listening. Let me know if you can, honey. But I love you more than anything. And she backs me in everything I do, man. She said all the truth. Like I said, I don't care about money. I care about love. You all can have the money even though y'all don't know how to make it. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in love and who loves me and our love together. And just like she said, Christina chimed in and responded to you people and said she is soon to be Christina Sneed. That's right. You don't seem to get it. I'm going to get married to this girl. Okay? It's going to happen. So if she was a catfish, then I shall be marrying a catfish. That's right. Man, catfish. Man, catfish. Said it's man, catfish. Man, catfish. Don't know who's on the other end of the screen. Man, catfish. They're surely not on your team. Man, catfish. They're trying to stop your flow, man, catfish. Oh, I love it. Oh, for real. See, that's the funny thing, man. I'm gonna tell you something too that somebody had said about you that's just absolutely comical and hilarious. Steve said the truth about you. Steve's always said the truth about you. You know what Steve said about you? And he was projecting, still, but he did say the truth about you. He said, you're like a guy in a race, right? And you think you're winning the race, and it's the truth. And he said, Styles was hilarious, man. I mean, I do miss the guy, man. I honestly, I feel horrible about it. I feel bad, and I'm the last person who should, because he was never really nice to me. But I had a lot of love for the dude, man. Seriously, genuinely. And the other guy, he doesn't. All he ever did was just make his life miserable and a living hell as much as he could, and cause him stress. And actually, you all are completely wrong. This will get brought up in the federal lawsuit. Like I said, that dude's going to go to prison regardless, man. And you have a lot of crimes, like a litany of crimes. And actually, that's detriment to health. Just because he can't, sue you doesn't mean I can't for him. Actually, I can bring up what you did towards him, right? Yeah, it's all going to get brought up in court. How you just kept bothering the poor man. You're stalking. Why do y'all put out these videos, role reverse, and saying that you got this and that? No, dude, you're not me. Like, no, that's you. That's what you're doing. You're caught red-handed. What are you talking about? These people are weird, man. They completely have no concept of reality. They make no sense. And they just talk to talk like, yeah, that stuff don't fly around real people, though. In reality, like, especially out here, they ain't going to run around just saying delusion, bro. Nobody plays like that, man. We all real out here. You going to come correct. You don't have a choice. That's reality. That's why they all hide inside behind their little corny computer screen and run their mouth. Feel me? They scared to go outside. So it's like, I don't care what any of you say about me. I mean, look at you. Do you own a mirror? Because if you do, I'm sure you're discouraged every day. Oh, for real. The minute you look at it, you don't seem to get that when I'm saying that hook for real, I'm making fun of you, right? And I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Oh, for real, because you didn't succeed. You failed. You didn't go anywhere. You're not a radio personality, right? Your little fake job at radio never existed. You were never anyone. You didn't make a name for yourself. That's why you're stuck being a has-been and it never was been, boy. Stop talking about things that never happened. Just like Sinister Truck Driver. Yes, Sinister Truck Driver, you know so much about life. I mean, then how come you ain't brought that truck down here? Like, real talk, bro. I mean, we got truck stops down here. We got stuff to check out here. I ain't never heard you say, hey, yo, I'm pulling up and I'm in South Texas. I ain't never heard that, Sinister Truck Driver. Right? Come on, bro. I've about heard enough from you, man. I'm tired of hearing it about your little fake tough act. I tried to give you a chance and be nice. I'm sick of you. Straight up. Your little fake tough act and how you this and that. I don't know what the hell you is. I can't even say what you is. You're probably a protected group. Real talk. And the network is very sensitive here. They be protecting y'all, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even say the truth to these people. That's the thing. They all want to talk. It's like, bro, I can't even talk to you. I can't, because there's rules against it. Literally. It's that sad. That's how much of cowards y'all are. Y'all can't even stand on your own. All you do is beg daddy government for a handout. I mean, like I said, I feel bad about what happened to Steve. I was very sad about hearing it still, regardless, even though he was never nice to me. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, you know? But if anybody tried to be a friend and be nice to him, it was me, not any of these other people. Talking about this and that, and you always did this. You always gave him a hard time. What are you talking about? Like, you literally went out your way to make sure that he was like screaming at the top of his lungs, right? And stressed out, right? I mean, yeah, you definitely, I think 100% contributed to what happened. I think that's without a shadow of a doubt. You feel me? So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, brother. It ain't looking good. I'll tell you that. It ain't looking good at all. It really ain't. You know what I mean? Not as far as you going to prison, it ain't looking good. It's looking pretty bad if you want to get realistic for once, ever, and start looking at the actual situation of what we call life here, right? Honey, let me know if you're there. I got a question to ask you too. It's real random, but I want to ask. But like I said, these people they're just so hypocritical, and then I've noticed just all that dude does is he tries to copy what I say. I mean, it looks to me like you're just trying to run from your karma. You're corny, dude. Nobody cares. You can't win in anything, no matter what happens, because there's nothing to win or lose. Steve said it perfectly. He said, he's like the guy who crosses the finish line. He's like, wow, I've won. I'm really doing it. And the race has been over for like an hour. That's him. That's 100% him. But that's not just him. That's all you people. Because then you people make a career off talking about one dude who's a failure, and you even call him in his name what he is. I mean, he's someone who has nothing. He never has, never will. He's a failure. So, like I said, you all try to go out your way to facilitate some fake environment for him to feel like he's doing something, or anybody, or has an identity. That's your fault. You're responsible for that. I mean, you didn't have to do that. That just means y'all are that uneventful. None of y'all got nothing going on and nothing to watch and nothing to say. I mean, that whole sector thing, that stuff fizzled out a long time ago. Y'all don't have a sector. You never did, because he ruined it single-handedly. He's who ruined it. He spreads like you know what, bro. All he does is ruin everything. That's what people like that do. Feel me? So don't worry about me, man. I don't hang out with people like you when I got everything to lose that will lose everything for me. What I think is odd is when you keep typing nonsense, thinking I'm going to care. When you hear me talking and see it all on camera in broad day, and you want to act like you don't see reality, boy, stop it. Come on, bro. It's weird. Like, what? And then they all afraid to get angry. Like it's a big deal. See what I'm talking about? They go online to try to incite that stuff. That's not even an agent provocateur. That's just somebody who's miserable. They just want people upset because they are. That's the weakest thing you could be. There's nothing tough about that. So miss me with the fake tough stuff. All right, partner? Because ain't none of y'all tough. You never been tough, never going to be tough. Right? And we all know it. Hey, I'm the man who stood up to all y'all, called all y'all out a million times in the past. All y'all scared, terrified of the Batman, terrified of me. I mean, it is what it is. We all know reality. Come on, bro. Now, you're the people that I make money off of when I want. Get it right. You feel me? So, like I said, who cares about money? Who cares how much money somebody has? What are you talking about? You're trying to hold me to standards. You don't make standards. You're trying to hold me to standards you don't hold your own people to, or you. How does that make sense? It's got to be fair, brother. I mean, like I said, Yellow Beezy, he going to prison. Right? P. Diddy, he in prison. Right? All them other fools who were demonic in nature, they're in prison. And I'm free as a bird, happy, living my best life. I don't need much money to do anything. I'm happy, I'm content, I'm satisfied. I own more than your illusion of Donald Trump. I fell off. I beg to differ. Just like the last time, decades ago, when you tried to say I fell off when I told you and came on screen and proved I didn't fall off. I'm doing well. I'm doing all right. Like, I'm good. So what do you mean? That's all I'm saying. I fell off, but I look this good? I don't get it. I fell off, but you see this bright colored red Express shirt, right? Like, what does it matter what I do, how I do things, how I go about doing things? I make a living. I make a clean living doing everything the right way, right? I work with these church groups. I work with churches. I'm a God-fearing man of God, and I preach. And it's what I'm meant to do, is preach on top of everything else that I do. And like I said, I have a better jumper than Steph Curry. It's not even close. I am way better than Steph Curry. I know I'm not joking. Played all through high school, was the star all through Texas and Florida. Went to 4 different high schools. Played for 3 of them, I believe. So, I mean, what are you talking about, bro? Any college would have done anything to recruit me. Any. I had my coaches doing what you do, lying. So they talk to them and make sure that they didn't recruit me. Y'all all are the same. All y'all been hating on Tyree Sneed. The world sees. There was even people in that chat I noticed from the past that don't know anything about me and they're delusional. But at least they said the truth. At least they told you that. They said, man, they said, hey, they call me boss. They said, boss makes moves. Boss been making money. Y'all hating on boss, but boss got more than you and get more views than all y'all. Well, no duh. And I'm glad. Keep telling them. I mean, I've always got more views than them. I've always done better than them in every way, aspect, or form. They can never come close. Now, the dude y'all talk about, he was mad, triggered, and pressed because when I was in Vegas, oh, and I did it on purpose because I knew it'd be funny. I wasn't doing it to make him feel anything, but I figured it out quick. I called him in Vegas on his show when I was sitting on like 60 grand. Boy, that boy, you could see that he was triggered and pressed. I mean, you could hear it on the phone. That boy was mad as hell. All right. And I was in the club. So it's like, I've already lived a life that anyone would do anything to have. I'm well aware of it. That's why people so mad at me. They're mad at me because they're like, man, you've done and everything we wish we could do. Your experiences are amazing. Well, they look at it like this. It's not something unto me only. It's like that because you don't know how to enjoy anything. See, if you just enjoy life and let go of worrying about money so much, yeah, we have to worry about it. I was talking with Christina about it right now. Of course, I got to worry about it, but I don't worry. I just handle it. I never worry about anything. It's not worth it. Worrying ain't going to get you nowhere. It ain't going to make nothing better. You know what I'm saying? I just try to figure it out and that's it, and I let things be. So if that's the answer, and like I said, you attract money when you stop caring about it. And I'm an example of that, living testimony of that fact. So why would you not learn that and learn how to listen? Feel me? I don't care what people say. I don't care what people tell themselves. I'm not the one. I'm not the one for these games. I've had a successful rap career, right? More successful than anybody. Oh, yeah, Christina brought up Drake too and said how he's a Mason. Right. Like, yeah, if she was talking about the symbolism for Masons, how it's an owl for Bohemian Grove, right? Because they worship the owl statues because owls are known to allow demons to inhabit them. So Bohemian Grove, they have meetings and they literally pray and talk to the statue, which is an actual demon. It's Satan. And it comes into the owl and they talk to Satan direct. That's what I believe. I 100% know the devil exists just like God does. And that's what's going on. And those are the people that run your country because George Bush is part of the Aleister Crowley family. Aleister Crowley was known as the most wicked man who ever existed and walked the planet. So you're not only lying on me, but thinking you're not going to be taken to court for it and then go to prison for it. It's slander. And then you're not acknowledging I was born into a world, okay, that's completely against me and completely evil, all of you. And yet I still stand up to all of you and win by myself. That's why I'm Batman. So, like I said, you all work for the system. You all brag about working for the system. You act like it's so cool. All of you claim you can give advice about money. All of you do the same thing. They've all told me the same thing. Money, money, money. But yet, how much have y'all donated? Nothing. Okay. Then y'all don't got money like that. Simple as day. Because guess what? Content creators make a living off of people donating who make money. It doesn't mean I fell off. It means you're not fulfilling your obligation and duty as a fan, right, in the world. It's your actual responsibility. Donations is something that's like supposed to be guaranteed. Yes, it is, because this is my career field. Content creators survive off donations. When you go to the club with all these women, do they not have an entitled mentality towards you tipping them and giving them your money? Okay, well, this is the same thing. Exactly the same thing. It's just a little different because I'm not, dancing around, right, and doing what they do, clearly, right? I never would, right? Me, I'm sitting here teaching and educating the public, but it's the same thing. You got to tip me for my time. You feel me? because I'm fine. Like you got to understand, you people's job is to donate. So where's it at? Don't tell me about advice and what I should do when y'all don't make no sense. You don't make no sense. Nobody, that stuff is corny. It's a waste of time to tell me. It doesn't make sense to tell me go do this and that, but you're not helping to do that. Do you see what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do something with no road that leads to nowhere and nowhere to go and nothing going on. I had the one guy recently. He's cool, don't get me wrong, but he told me to go work in the oil fields. And it's like, how many times I've heard that? Like, it's just generic. It's generic. Like, I'm tired of hearing it. Like, dude, if it was that easy, I would have been done it. That's number one. Number two, y'all keep talking to me like I'm someone who has to do any of these things. Nah, bro. It's just not what it is, man. You're not listening, bro. Y'all ain't seeming to get what I went through, bro. Like, you got to really understand everything stops. Like, no, bro, I got different circumstances than the rest of the world. I'm not y'all. I don't got to work. I don't ever work for this system. Y'all do. Y'all sold out. See the difference? You work for a check. I don't. I make my own money with this. This is my business. I run my own media company. YouTube's just a platform I use to market. I have no boss. I work for nobody. I'm independent, right? Just like I was an independent contractor when I cooked and ran my own food truck in my own restaurant. So what do you mean? Y'all talking to me like I got to work. You ain't listening. You ain't getting it, bro. I've worked since I was 16, man, and got everything already. What the hell I look like continuing to work a job? That's silly, man. No, last job I worked, I made over 11 bands, and y'all people forced me to spend it. I'm not going to play these games and keep going back and forth and doing something repetitively. That's you all. You all in a cycle. I'm not. See, that's what they think. They think if they get you to spend your money, they could talk down. How? I done made and spent millions, partner. I manifest millions of dollars. Watch me do it again. I'll never have to work for the rest of my life. Ever. Ever. I got a major issue with doing it too at this point. I would never do that. Work for a system like y'all? Bro, I done left y'all behind light years ago, bro. I've been on another level my entire life. Like what? You ain't seeming to get it, bro. I'm Batman. You think that God ain't gonna provide financial backing for me to be Batman and do what I do? Come on, boy. Boy, y'all sit here and talk to me like I'm nobody, like I ain't got nothing. Y'all silly as hell. I own buildings, homie. I'm richer than all y'all fools combined. That's right. And I fool the public. I make the public think on purpose intentionally that I ain't doing well. I do it all on purpose. You don't get it. I know how to camouflage, bro. I know how to fool y'all. Y'all get fooled like Cindy Lou Who and the Grinch out here, son. You feel me? No, you think that y'all on game. You think you know reality. You think you're so smart, but you don't get there. Somebody smarter than all y'all. Tyree Sneak. I'll promise you that. All y'all combined. That's why I just don't deal with people, because I already know how I am and who I am. I'm a real gangster. I'm a hood legend. Feel me? I don't have a care or worry in the world. There ain't nobody that I would ever worry about or who could do anything to me. Do you understand that? You know what that feels like? Bro, me trying to be nice is me trying to be nice. I ain't got to be nice. I don't know what y'all talking about. Financially, I outdid the entire Illuminati. You think I'm going to waste my time? Oh, yeah, let me pretend I'm a commoner like you people. You people are in poverty land. Are you serious? With Yoshi and Kirby. Yeah, I'm going to sit here and play with you folks. Yeah, okay. I guess that's why I keep sunning and G-checking everyone who comes out their mouth crazy to me. Right? See, you ain't listening. Okay? You don't get it. I come from a different lifestyle than any of you. You don't know what's going on. You're all not in the know-how. What? You don't want to act like you doing something, man. All that fake validation. I got a government job. Who cares? I'm just being real. You think that people really care about that? Who runs the streets? A dude who worked for the government or me? Me. So you're not getting it. I can go to places y'all can't go to. I go to the hood, homie, Dolo. I go through every barrio. Okay, on foot. I do what I want to do. Y'all ain't built like that. Y'all ain't moving like me, straight up. And that ain't ignorance, that's knowledge. So you got it twisted. Y'all, the whole world wasn't ready for Tyree Sneed. That's the truth. Y'all wasn't ready for somebody with this kind of intellect who's actually a genius and tough and stands his ground against anybody. See, that's what I'll never let people take away from me. You ain't getting it, bro. I make a stand for a living. I make my money being Batman because I've never backed down in my entire life to nobody and nothing. I'm an example of what to be. You all talk all day about a real man. Where are they at? They don't exist. I'm the only one. I'm a role model for the youth to follow and look up to. I'm what people want to be. It ain't about money, it's about respect. Feel me? Like I care what people have to say. Y'all people have no clue who you talking to. Do you have any idea how much power I got? You're silly, bro. See, real power is when it doesn't come with money. You could be broke and not have you have lint in your pockets. And if you got real power, oh, you a boss. You a boss. You understand? You're not seeming to get it, bro. I got the power to affect change and implement policy if I want, diplomatic policy. I'm an independent politician. So you're not getting it. You don't move like me. You don't come through an environment in the hood. When I walk into a room, the aura changes. You can't come through the places I go to. You think Donald Trump can move like me? Come on, boy, I'm a gangster. So you're not getting it. Y'all want to forget. Yeah, me being a gangster doesn't mean I'm fair weather, doesn't mean I mess people over. I never shaken somebody's hand and then you know what and they back the way you people do everybody. I'm not a snake. That's why Christina knows she has nothing to worry about, right? Christina, honey, if you can answer if you're here, am I not a full-fledged gangster? I mean, am I not the real deal from the past? Like, have I not proven to be that? And am I not still extremely nice and caring to everybody and especially towards you? I mean, come on, bro. I take care of people for a living, man. I take care of people without getting paid. I take care of everybody, man. I help everybody. I do everything for everyone. Boy, miss me with acting like y'all are anyone. See, that's the thing. You all think money makes you who you are. That's pathetic. I'm just going to be honest. You see, you think you're talking like you can give me advice. You're what I never wanted to be. I'm just being honest. I don't care how nobody takes it. I hope people hear it, and I hope they take it somewhere because it's the truth. I would never want to be y'all, man. That's all good. I'm glad you got your thing going, but you work for the government. The government don't like you just like they don't like me. They have no loyalty. They don't have a loyal bone in their body. I understand the government will sell all of you out just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up every time, deceives these people. These fools get on the bandwagon. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. What was Nipsey promoting before they did what they did to him? Look how much they disrespected that boy. I mean, you can't get any more disrespectful than that. Y'all didn't retaliate. You didn't do nothing. You sat there and you took it. The rolling 60s were never tough. That's the real truth. I call them out every day. I've called out every illegal organization known to man every day. No, it's not that I'm nobody. It's that they're all scared of me. Oh, I'm not nobody. I've been in the hood everywhere. I'm in the street everywhere with it. People run for me. So I'm just saying, we ain't the same. Y'all want to sit here and act like paying your dues in the street and having street cred and stripes don't mean nothing. That's what I do. I put working in the street, homie. I'm a writer. Okay. I'm an actual enforcer. So when you talk to me about money, I don't care about money because I'm an enforcer. Enforcers can make $8 million in 2 seconds if they want. You see the difference? You ain't moving like me. You ain't built like me, cuzzy. That's all it is. So keep my name out your mouth. You ain't moving around on no gangster stuff. You ain't thugged out. People all got something to say, but y'all been hiding from me for the past 20-something years. I ain't never seen none of y'all from YouTube. So, like I said, that don't make no sense to be speaking on somebody's name that you afraid of. That don't make sense. And it don't look good to the public, man. The public's confused. They're like, why do they keep talking about him? Actually, they don't even know y'all, so they don't even know what's going on. Hold up. Yay, thank you, honey. By the way, honey, I have a question. If my grocery bag, this is a weird question, got near, there's like a turtle that's there with his shell. I don't know if it touched it, but I heard that like you can actually like get stuff from turtles. You think it'll be fun? I know I ask you these little weird questions, but it's just how I am. See, that's the thing, man. I'm in touch with my inner child, man. People get it twisted with me. They don't understand. I'm like a real unique gem and gift. Like, like I said, I'm in touch with my inner child. Like, that's how I'll always be. I've been the same person my entire life. But don't get it twisted and think that, super, what doesn't live within me, because it does. You understand? See, that's the thing. I'm different animals combined into one. That's what people can't figure out about me. I'm a real nice guy, or I can be the worst nightmare ever created. It's all up to you. That's a movie quote, kind of. You get what I'm saying? I'm not worried about what people have to say, man. You don't know me. I'm not that easily figured out. I'm very complex. Okay. It took me a long time to know me. I know y'all don't know me. I know y'all don't know me. It's hard for me to know myself. It's taken a lot of work, and that's what I work at, self-reflection. Like I said, I work on meditating and stuff, bro. We ain't the same, man. You gotta understand, bro. If you was built like this, sinister truck driver, you would get it, but you don't, because you're not built like me. You don't know what it's like to have this kind of power and be able to. With power comes what? Great responsibility. Christina said the truth. She said you're overly caring towards everyone, and everyone real knows you're a good person. Everyone knows I'm a good person. I go out my way for everybody. So I'm just saying, don't get it confused that because I'm a good person and I'm in this position that, oh, I'm doing something wrong. No, I forgot about money a long time ago. This hasn't been long, man. It's been very recent. I don't know what people are talking about. It's just weird. Like I said, everybody comes out their mouth with something that ain't positive. It's like, dude, you don't want to sit down and have a conversation and be fair about what I do for everyone, how much I go through. Like I said, I don't care about that. It's just petty. That's somebody who's jealous. So when people do that, I tell my friends, like my friends even were mad at people and wanted to trip. I'm like, nah, don't trip. It ain't even worth it. Let them say what they're going to say. Let them lie and slander my name, because at the end of the day, it just shows that they're jealous. It shows that it's coming from a place of negativity within them, because they wish they were me. We all know what's true and what's not. We all know, what it is. I mean, we all know the things they say don't exist. Who cares? Let them talk. You know what I mean? Now, the fact is that no matter what my circumstances, no matter how hard or impossible a situation is, no matter how dark it gets, I'm the light in the darkness. And I come through and I light everything up and I make things beautiful and happy for everyone as much as I can. That's the truth. The truth is, I've changed a lot of people's lives in a positive way and had an extremely good, loving impact on everybody. Y'all got to understand, I'm light years ahead of you. I'm an old soul, man. I've already lived different lifetimes. I'm not hearing what none of y'all talking about. Y'all don't know nothing about life, and all y'all are doing it wrong. You're living wrong. I'll tell you straight up what it is. Y'all worried about money and all this stuff. We're already been there, done that. If you see me coming to God and saying I don't care about money, you might be smart. The only way you can convince me you're smart is if you listen to me. If you said, okay, well, the guy has done everything I wish I could do, and he's smart as hell. Maybe I should listen. See, people don't want to listen. You'll never win not listening. I'm always right. It's a gift and a curse. Always, every single time, about everything. It's been like that my whole life. The people who are talking don't know you, right? They won't even have a civil adult conversation with you, right? And they're scared to see me. That's why it's so funny. Like, they literally terrified of me. They can say whatever they want, means nothing, right? Money doesn't make. I mean, it's like if they were. Imagine if they came down here and they was standing in front of me and talking, we'd be laughing. Like, come on, bro. These are like 3 feet tall people and people way out of shape and stuff. Like, come on, these are like nerds on the computer, bro. I know, like, ain't nobody gonna take you serious. That's why they want you in your feelings, because they are. They already just don't like being themselves. Money doesn't make people happy, proven fact, very much so. Right. What do you think about the turtle thing? I was just saying, I don't know if the bag touched it. I tried to lift it. I don't want to say it on here, but I'll type it when I can in a minute. But I just heard that you can like actually get something from that from turtle, especially since I'm going to be eating this stuff. But I'll talk to you about it right now. But thank you so much, honey. Christina is always there for me, man. And let me ask you that too. I mean, have I not always been there for you? I went out of my way, right? I went all the way to Minneapolis. I went out in the middle of the cold in the winter in a blizzard. It was record temperatures. I went out there with nowhere to go. I mean, that means I risked what? I sacrificed everything. I risked my life. I risked my life to be able to make sure that I wanted to see you. I didn't get the chance, right? It's all good. Stayed in the shelter up there, built up there, got a job. Actually, I worked for the NBA up there. I'll let that cat out the bag. I worked for the Timberwolves. Yep, never told you all that. I worked for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I was their janitor, and I made $18 an hour. They had a buffet lined up for us, and we eat. I had a lot of fun. Had a friend there. He had some issues, but he was super cool. I just would have fun, talk to him all day. We had fun, man. Cleaned the bathrooms and stuff, cleaned the floors and the halls. There was concerts there, all sorts of stuff. WNBA, college ball, all sorts of stuff. So y'all don't get when I was in Minneapolis. Hell, I was almost doing better than I am now. In that perspective. But that's the thing. See, you all think everything about money. You say people doing good. Yeah, because you never seen no money. When you see money is different. Quality of life doesn't come from money. It just doesn't. Money means nothing to me because money, there's no finite conclusion and no end in sight. It doesn't produce anything that means much. All it is it's kind of necessary and it's cool. But see, if you start worshiping money, which all of you do, so you should listen to my message because it's to pull you out of this matrix and get you thinking and understanding. If you worship it, it's going to end up costing you everything. It's going to end up costing you your freedom. Now look at P. Diddy, look at Jay-Z, look at what they practice and how evil they are. You can't tell me money's not the root of all evil. See, I'm not praying for money. I'm praying to God to pray. I'm praying because it's a state of being thankful for what I already have. God blessing me, it's not with money, it's with the future. The money is just a means to an end. It's just a source to use. And money can be spiritual. Money is not the root of all evil when it's in the right hands. That's the point of why he has to put me through all this to get me right and ready. You see the point? I'm ready. I'm sincerely ready because with money comes power, and a lot of people, they don't know how to handle it. And I've been there. I've been in that position. I've been there, done that. I've already done it. I've already been there to where I'm older now and I understand, and I would never let it do that to me again. You understand? I've actually been there, and I mean, I wasn't doing anything crazy or anything, like, I'm just saying now. And I made great decisions too. I was solid always. It's just what I'm saying is now I'm going to make even better decisions. And now I'm mature and now I understand. I mean, my biggest thing is loyalty, man. Like I said, I've been there for Christina every minute, every second, every step of the way. I don't think there's ever been a time when she's called on me through where, even if it's on the phone and I ain't been there. I mean, that's love and dedication. And she tries to do the same thing for me, and she does. She goes out of her way. She's backed me even just the last couple of days. She's been there for me no matter what I'm going through. She tells me things that put me in tears and make me cry. I've never had anyone be able to do that with me. Okay? She makes me laugh genuinely, and I'm truly happy. She makes me happy. Nobody has ever made me feel like that. Nobody, especially a woman. I'm just being honest. None of you ever made me feel like this. None of you. In fact, you made me feel miserable most of the time. That's why I wanted to get the hell away from you. You know? No. Christina is awesome. She just makes me genuinely happy. And she's a godsend, and I know she's my little angel. She's my angel and my blessing from God. And nobody could ever convince me differently. So I know the truth. So it's like, why are you talking about money for a partner? You know God gonna produce that. God run this world and galaxy and dimension. Whatever God's will is gonna be is what it's gonna be, man. No matter what. So that's what these people don't get. And Christina said that too. She said, no matter what anything says, any medical explanation, anything, that's what you're proof and testament of that God's will is going to happen, basically, that what God wants is what will be. That's why I try to let go and not care and not worry, because I didn't have a chance to make it this far. I'm thankful for every day. Like I said, man, what you should really be jealous of, Mr. Caribbean, you know what, and Mr. Sinister Truck Driver, right? But you should really be jealous of is the fact of how happy I am. And I think that's really what it's, as a matter of fact, I know that's what it's about. No, see, I can go get me a hot dog right now. I can go get me a little drink somewhere, not just a regular drink, like a Coke or something. And I'll enjoy it so much, I'm happy. You don't get it. I enjoy it way more than you'll enjoy the same exact thing. Don't try to tell me anything about life when you don't know nothing about it, partner. If you're, especially if you're over 30 and you're still chasing money, you got life completely backwards. You're not enlightened. I've reached actual enlightenment, bro. It means I enjoy everything more than you. Like, look at the scenery, bro. Look at trees. Look how beautiful this world is, man. I enjoy my life every day, man. It's just beautiful. Christina's gonna love it down here too because it's beautiful. It's gorgeous down here. There's palm trees everywhere. It's just beautiful. I enjoy that stuff, man. I don't care about money. So like I said, if y'all want to talk about money, I'm just saying, how come you ain't got none? Where's it at, Wody? Right? Exactly. Don't tell me about truck driving, bro. Me and Christina will buy our trucks and we can build our own company. Boy, stop it. And I bet you that company, he worked for a company, that guy that stuff happened in Texas on the highway. I know y'all can look it up and know what I'm talking about. See, that's the issue with that. I don't know if we want to do that or not, because you got to worry about being negligent and let, like, where it falls on you as a company. I'm sure that company is going to get the bejesus suit out of them, So it is what it is, man. But like I said, you keep doing what you do. By the way, Sinister Truck Driver, I got a suggestion for you. Look up the song Big Truck Driver by Mystical and start playing that stuff as loud as you can in your big 18-wheeler truck or whatever you drive for a company, because you're a wage slave. But at least play that song and you'll have a good time, man. It's awesome. It'll fit. It'll work. It's a great song by Mystical, right? I was born to be a soldier, right? So see, like I said, I mean, I'm in the position you want to be in, Sinister Truck Driver and Caribbean, whatever, Caribbean failure, right? Just remember that. I'm where and what you want to be, boy. Yeah, no, I have everything because God provides. You feel me? So, other than that, it is what it is. And that's all I got to say. Okay. I love Christina more than anything. She's all I care about. Forget money. But like I said, we going to have plenty of it and we'll be good. That's all I want. I just want enough where we don't have to worry about nothing. And all we going to do is rescue animals and help people. Later.